you cinephiles out there?
What's up? All right, so today we're doing a new kind of video. I think we've done a video like this before for Force Awakens a couple years ago. This is going to be an expectations video for Avengers: Infinity War. And so you have the usual people, myself, Brooks, Cristobal, and we have a guest star, Nick Estacio.
Hi.
So, who is recently now is all caught up with all the Marvel films, and next week we're all going to see Infinity War, and we're pretty much excited. You are excited, right, Nick?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, especially now that he has seen all the movies, but at least now we can see what it's all been building up to.
He asks me because I'm a bit of a cynic compared to him, so it's all right.
Well, he doesn't appreciate the movies as much as I do, but he likes them. He likes them fine, and that's good enough for me. All right, so Infinity War. So this is the culmination of what the Marvel movies have been building up to over the last 10 years. This is Kevin Feige has had this in mind since the very beginning. He's wanted to build up to this, and now we are finally here. This is going to be this movie, and the basically the part 2 version of it next year is the big blowout for the Avengers. And it's rumored that the whole Avengers part of Marvel is going to kind of go away for a while after this. It's just they're gonna focus on other areas like Fantastic Four and Spider-Man and other things. Yeah. And now it seems X-Men is sort of going to be worked in there maybe eventually.
Yeah, probably eventually, yeah.
So yeah, Infinity War. Been hearing some things. Apparently, in the very beginning of the movie, it's going to be Thanos is going to be. Well, general audiences don't really know much about this guy. Like comic book fans know a lot and they've been hinting at him a couple times throughout. But he's still not a well-known presence yet. And the Russo brothers have made it clear that he will be made a known presence to everyone. Everyone, as soon as the first few minutes of the film, everyone watching the film is going to be like, "This guy's a big deal." I guess they're going to something terrifying is going to happen. I'm assuming he's going to kill the Collector on screen.
Oh yeah, probably.
Because I know that's a scene. That scene got leaked, but the effects weren't finished. They weren't and they couldn't show Thanos because, of course, they didn't have his effects finished. So, but they did show the Guardians were kind of eavesdropping on the whole thing. And I think that's what's going to happen. He's going to kill the Collector straight up, and
we'll probably see some bloodshed on what's that planet, Xandar. With the purple
oh
stone.
God, yeah, that's another thing that I think they may show. They may show him take the. Because in the Guardians,
right, they hide the Infinity Stone.
They give it to the Nova Corps, and I'm sure they're going to show him just take it by force.
I mean, if what's his name from the first Guardians movie? Remind me, what's his name? Blue guy, the hammer.
Ronan the Accuser.
If Ronan, if he was able to basically make it down to the planet and almost take it, I mean. I feel like Thanos isn't gonna have too much trouble since he's
no, and Thanos is just naturally strong. Even without the Gauntlet and the Infinity Stones, he was already alone considered to be the most powerful being in the universe.
Right.
And I've heard some about his backstory about what his planet went through and everything. And I'm curious to know what his actual motivations will be in this. I figure it's going to gravitate more towards he just sees. It's going to be all okay. Hear me out on this. It's going to be almost similar to what Zod's motivations were in Man of Steel. It's more going to be he's going to be driven by his sense of belief about what he thinks is the right thing to do. He's just going about it in a really awful way. It's been made clear by the trailers that he believes in bringing balance to the universe, to the galaxy, and in order to do that, he thinks half of everything needs to be wiped out. Something happens with his planet I've heard about, and he just thinks this is the necessary step. I know the comics further explain that why he wants to eliminate half of everybody in the universe, or half of everything, is to impress Lady Death. But I'm not sure if that's going to be an actual thing in the movies. They did hint at that a little bit, but it was mainly just like a little. It wasn't like an official thing. It was more like something the fans could catch.
Yeah, a little bit of fan service.
Yeah, at the end of Avengers, in the end credit scene, whenever his lackey says, "To challenge the Earthlings is to court death," and he turns and smiles because in the comics he wants to court death. It was a play on words, double meaning.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all we've gotten for that. It'd be cool if that was an actual thing in the movie, but I doubt it.
Yeah, I think it's just a little bit too dark and a little bit on the fringe as far as like basic knowledge of Marvel characters, if that makes sense.
I've also heard that Ant-Man and the Wasp, even though it's coming out after, apparently the events of Ant-Man and the Wasp take place before Infinity War, and Ant-Man is going to be in Infinity War.
Okay.
This is just they're just releasing Infinity War at this time of the year instead of Ant-Man and the Wasp because, well, there's probably other reasons too, but the main reason is just because like the beginning of the summer is like the prime hotspot time for movies.
It's their biggest movie
Yeah.
in the series, so they want as many people to see it as possible.
Yeah, and beginning of summer, everyone starts going to the movies. Everyone and their mother starts going.
I'm really wondering about the battles taking place. Which one's the ending battle? Which one's the mid battle? Which one is probably the first battle?
I have a theory on that.
Yeah.
I don't want to interrupt you.
No, I mean that's my thinking.
Okay, all right. So I have a theory on that. So I have two different theories. Either the New York battle is going to be the midpoint of the movie, like the end of the second act, and then the Wakanda battle with Cap and company is going to be the final part of the movie. But it's hard to tell because like the whole fight in New York looks big with the Guardians there, Doctor Strange and Spider-Man with the Iron Spider outfit, and Iron Man and his most impressive Iron Man suit yet that looks godlike in my opinion. Just because of like that pose I saw him do on the poster, like the shape of the suit and everything looks like it's going to be his most advanced, impressive suit ever.
So real quick, I have just a thought about that. Since we see Iron Man and Star-Lord and little baby Spider-Man, they're all in like the landing platform in Wakanda in the trailer, and everything seems fairly peaceful, and they're expecting Thanos to show up. So, right, you know what I'm talking about?
Are they in Wakanda?
Oh yeah, it's the same scene where it's the same area where you see them whenever Black Panther first returns to Wakanda. I remember that from the movie. It's definitely in Wakanda. It's in like the little platform wherever he lands shows up or something. But I'm pretty sure. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Cristobal?
You know the scene you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's in Wakanda. So I'm guessing that what probably happens is Thanos makes his presence known somewhere else. Either the Guardians hear it from the Collector or something like that. And then so I'm guessing it's probably the first battle is in Wakanda. But honestly, if I was Thanos, what I would do is I would attack New York with my army, and then I would personally go to Wakanda, because Wakanda is the area of greatest threat, and if you lure them all away, then it's like a...
Well, the thing is that I see what you're trying to say. I very much disagree, because one, it's very clear that Thanos is in New York, and he's going to be in Wakanda as well, because we've seen Cap.
Oh yeah, I don't think that's what he's going to do. I'm just saying that's what I would do if I was Thanos. But
yeah,
I'm not.
The thing is, yeah, I don't know if Iron Man and his whole and Doctor Strange and the whole group of people mentioned before, Guardian, Spider-Man, I don't think any of them are going to be in Wakanda at any point in the movie because this movie is supposed to show how split up all of our heroes are. We got Thor. And the Guardians are going to be in space in the beginning of the movie, and the Guardians will eventually make it to Earth at some point. I think Thor is going to get killed off in space. And that's one thing about this movie that I just want to go ahead and say. I think everyone's going to die by the end of it. And then we're going to get a Deus Ex Machina at the very end credit scene or something, and someone's going to get a hold of one of the time stone from Thanos, and they're just going to like rewind time or whatever. Or at the beginning of the next movie or whatever. We're going to get Deus Ex Machina of some kind. I hope I'm saying that right. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That kind of plot point thing. So, what I'm trying to say is that what I'm trying to get at is that it's very because it's very obvious that Thor and Guardians are in space and for a while, and the Guardians make it to Earth, and the Guardians are just going to be in New York helping Doctor Strange, Iron Man, and Spider-Man fight against Thanos and his army, and it's very clear that they're fighting against Thanos. We've seen Thanos deck Iron Man, and we've seen like New York is being laid waste to by
that
Thanos.
Scene where Captain's holding
Yes.
Thanos' hand. That looks
So
like it's in the forest.
It is.
in Wakanda,
It's in the African jungle in the near or in Wakanda, and they're all, and that's, to me, that's the final battle for the Soul Stone, which we're all assuming is in Wakanda, but they haven't shown it yet. And this movie has to show that stone because I guess they got to get all the stones on there.
It's got to come from somewhere. Right?
So, yeah, right. And that's the one stone we haven't seen in any of the movies yet. It's the Soul Stone, which it makes sense that it's being guarded in Wakanda. It's like this super secret thing, and that would make so much sense. And then and then of course the final battle takes place there. Now here's my thing. Okay, so realistically, I really think that the New York battle will be the midpoint because the whole thing in Wakanda looks way too big. It's got to be the climactic finale, because you got there's like way more of them there. It's not only the Wakandan army, but it's Hulk, it's Black Widow, Bucky, War Machine, and Cap and Black Panther. It's like all the rest of them. And
so if that's the case,
no, here's my theory. So then that's the end battle. However, here's my second theory. They could both happen at the same time, and they could both take place in the end of the movie. Here's why. I recently discovered an ability Thanos gains from one of the stones, the Reality Stone, I believe.
Teleportation.
Gives him the ability of omnipresence, being everywhere at once. If this is introduced in the movie, this could be interesting. I doubt it. But if it's introduced, I think the Russo brothers could pull it off really well. Honestly, I really do think, if I was a betting man, I'd bet that the New York battle would be the midpoint of the movie, and then Wakanda would be the final.
Is that going to be some Goku instant transmission stuff? Or?
No, it's like he's literally omnipresence. He's in both places at once. Basically, the powers of the stones are going to give him so many abilities. He will basically be like a god, an unbeatable god, which is why he'll win.
Right.
With all of them. I don't know if in the comics if they do actually overpower him while he's fully powered with all the stones. I don't know if they do.
Adam Warlock or the Silver Surfer or both of them actually come into play, but
in the comics, but probably not the movies.
Yeah,
I don't know. Well, what I do know for certain is that I'm pretty sure this movie is going to end with the infamous snap, and then it's like game over.
Right.
And
so
I think,
here's one thing. So if you let's just say he doesn't have omnipresence, right? So one battle happens, then the other one happens.
That's what I think will happen.
Okay. So in the fact that there's a very limited collection of heroes at the end battle, do you think that's because the other ones already died?
Yes.
Like Iron Man.
I believe. I believe we're going to see Iron Man.
Maybe even little baby Spider-Man gets squished.
Maybe we don't. I wouldn't say
spiders get squished, right?
I wouldn't say that they all straight up get killed in that battle in New York.
Taken out of commission.
Taken out, and then whenever we see Cap and Company fall before the infamous snap, I think we'll see shots cut back to New York of seeing like maybe Peter and Gamora have a final moment together, and Spider-Man, like maybe just crawling or whatever, and just like crying over Tony's dead body.
Yeah, if Baby Groot dies, there's gonna be.
I think they're gonna cut back to all of the heroes in their anguish and their defeat and their death and whatever, and then as Cap and everyone else falls and everything, we're just gonna see Thanos say something cryptic and menacing. It's over.
I wonder if it's Here's a really morbid thought.
Okay.
You know how his line from
the first one,
from the trailer, where he's like, one does not consider fun when balancing the universe, but this does put a smile on my face.
Yeah.
What if he says that as he's watching them all in anguish as their friends are dying.
And then he does it.
And snaps.
That would be amazing.
I mean, that'd be like one cold ass bastard right there. Like
he would be the greatest. He would be the greatest.
Definitely the darkest
superheroes villain.
Yeah. Definitely the darkest.
Yes,
in
definitely
any
the
of Marvel
darkest.
movies.
He would be the darkest supervillain ever.
I'm just saying, like, if I wanted to suddenly like bring Marvel supervillains to the next level of like, damn, like
I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to make it clear that he is on a whole other level than these people.
He's a killer, right?
Yeah, because that's what he is in the comics. He's a force to be reckoned with. In fact, and just without any of the stones or the Infinity Gauntlet, he alone is as strong as the Hulk, if not stronger. Like, basically in the comics, like whenever Hulk and him have gone up against each other, most of the time it ends with Thanos like beating the Hulk into the dust. I've seen an image in the comics of him holding Hulk by the throat, and Hulk's just like or whatever, like, and I'm just like, what the hell? But Thanos will. It was made clear that Thanos does avoid confrontations with the Hulk because he understands the Hulk is
the Hulk is the unstoppable force.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, and Thanos can put the Hulk in check, but I can understand why you'd want to avoid someone like that.
Yeah.
But that's because Thanos is smart. But if he has to put his dukes up, he ain't afraid to. And which makes him like extremely a formidable opponent. Is how strong he is and how smart he is.
Pretty boss.
And some people, some haters are trying to say that he's gonna suck or whatever, and he's gonna be like another Steppenwolf from Justice League. It's like no. Steppenwolf was a trash villain, horrible, just straight up CGI'd, no effort put into him at all. No, Thanos. They've been building up to this villain for like over 10 years now, and they've already like done little bits of him, and they've had plenty of time to master what he's going to look like, sound like, be like, everything, and like they're. Like, it's actually going to be, like, what's his name? Josh Brolin? Mm-hmm. Josh Brolin is going to play him, who has been basically, like, in the role, kind of, for over the last 10 years.
Yeah.
He is, like, it's straight up, like, they're basing Thanos' face on his face to make his face, like, make Thanos look real.
Yeah.
And he's going, and, of course, they're doing, like, a green screen suit and thing and everything, like what they do with Mark Ruffalo and the Hulk. And it's going to be fucking awesome. He's going to be easily the best Marvel villain, probably, because more than likely because they've been building up to him for so long, and they can't disappoint at this point in the universe. So I do like that scene where it shows. It's kind of cool because we see Star-Lord, Iron Man, Spider-Man standing together.
It's a lot
for the
of
first
red
time.
in one spot.
Yeah, it is. I like it when he's like, I like your plan. It's good, except it sucks. So let me do the plan, and that way it'll be really, really good. Just like,
see, that's the scene I'm talking about that I think is in Wakanda. I'm pretty sure that's in Wakanda.
It's in New York.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Looks like it's on the planet entirely.
It does, but that's because New York has been absolutely laid waste to, and it just makes more sense that it's in New York because
I don't know. It's too red for me for it to be New York.
I know it is, but that's because to me the sun is setting, and we're just seeing buildings being laid waste to, and that's because it would make a lot of sense for New York to get wrecked and fall in this movie because
my
fought
issue
so hard.
With that is like if that is happening, wouldn't they already be like dusty and beat up and stuff? But instead they're standing around without their helmets on and they're just chilling. They don't weapons out.
I think Iron Man is the thing is that I think there is going to be a preemptive attack that at first Iron Man, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange are going to try and defend against. And I think they are going to fail, but then they are going to get away and recuperate. And then Guardians are going to show up and they're all going to try and like, all right, here's what we're going to do. And then they get, ready, and then this is when we see the big battle in the aftermath of New York. Mm. That's what I think is going to happen. I really just doubt that it's in Wakanda.
I do think that Doctor Strange is going to send Bruce Banner to Wakanda via his portal that he can create.
Yeah, that'll make sense. I'm excited to see how Doctor Strange gets put to use in this movie, and I know that one of the he's going to face off against like his, I guess best way I could put it, his Black Order counterpart. Like I'm interested to see like what Vision, Scarlet in Scarlet Witch's romance, if it's going to be a full-on romance, it looks like it might be, considering how they're showing affection towards each other in that one. It's from the first trailer. You know what I'm talking about, where he looks like he's human?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. He's probably like, he probably just make himself look human for a little bit, but like, yeah, I don't know. I'm interested to see how their romance has grown from Civil War, because we know that Cap freed a bunch of them from that underwater prison place, and I'm sure Vision just cares about her so much he's just harboring her. But this is going to be the movie that will show us like a lot of the other characters who don't get their own movies. We're going to see how they've been affected by the events of Civil War. And I think, and I would like love to see how Ant-Man gets in there somehow, because apparently it's been confirmed he is going to show up at some point. So I don't know.
Which is speculation on Hawkeye.
Oh,
he hasn't been in any of the advertisements.
I think I heard
too.
I heard as well that he is going to be in the movie at some point.
Yeah,
Russo's confirmed that. They were like, "Oh, he's going to show up."
Yeah.
I don't know where and when he will.
But it's curious to know that he's not on the poster. He hasn't been in any of the trailers.
I don't know. I think he may be a surprise. I'm not sure entirely. But at this point, like, he's the least of my concerns. If he shows up, great. If not, I'm sure he'll be in Gauntlet, and that's all I really need. Honestly, I think Thor's going to get like his head ripped off or something.
That would be... there's that scene where he's like crushing his head, but...
He's holding his head. We don't know if he actually kills him in that scene, but like he might.
I actually think that scene, that's Thanos making Thor watch Loki actually die.
Damn.
That's he grabs Thor and is making him watch the execution of Loki.
Oh, Jesus.
Loki is actually going to die.
I wonder if Loki's going to try and pull one over on Thanos. Thanos is going to be like, nice try.
I can... Maybe. Maybe one of his Black Orders is going to...
Stop him from
doing a trick.
Yeah, that'd be something to see Loki officially die in the Marvel Universe, because they kind of faked us out twice with the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because with the first movie, apparently the first movie he died, and then and first Thor, and then Thor 2 he died and showed back up in an end credit scene, and everyone was just like, "Fucker's still alive." And everyone likes Tom Hiddleston as Loki, but I think it would be a good decision to kill him off in Infinity War, because that one just. But then due to the Deus Ex Machina we'll get at some point towards the end of the movie, beginning of the next, he'll just come back anyway.
Yeah,
everyone's gonna get killed off, in my opinion, in this.
Yeah.
But like, that's a big reason why everyone thought like, well, how the hell is Ant-Man and the Wasp gonna work? Because everyone was like, if this ends the way we all think it's going to end, how are they gonna operate on like a half Earth?
Okay, so then I guess I have a question. So I always figured like the snap where he destroys half the universe was like the half of the universe that Thanos was on, not just like half of the life in the universe. You know, like I figured it'd be like in this area everything dies, not like...
No, from what I understand,
half of everything
it's literally half of everything.
Yeah,
it's like an exact split.
It's not like I'm exactly split in half. It's more like it's like half of the population. Like, it's like literally... I think what it is that literally, think of it as if like the galaxy is physically cut in half. Think of it like that. I don't know. You gotta think of it, there's many ways to think about it. That's one way to think about it. You can think about it as in like everything gets split exactly in half, like planets, moons, stars, everything. But if that were the case, if people are involved, everyone would just die.
Yeah.
But he's made it clear half of the population will remain. So, I think we'll see how it happens, but I think like we will see like half of planets go somehow. I really don't know, to be honest. Like it's a tricky question to answer, and I'm sure like somebody who's into the comics can actually answer. Yeah, if you know, comment below and tell us and answer his question better than I am currently. Okay, here's the one. That brings up a question that I have. When we see this infamous snap, whenever that snap happens, will it cut to black, or will we actually see shit happen?
I think it'll show stuff happen.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, it might just be done. And
Honestly,
then it just waits for the next movie. But based on how Marvel operates, they're all about their end credit scenes. And if they just have a snap, either they just, in this one movie, don't have any, because otherwise it kind of ruins everything. Or, I don't know, I assume they'll probably show stuff, because they'll probably have their end credit scene where they show, like, the whatever happens that brings about the next movie, right? That'd be my guess. But they could just cut to black. I just don't expect that.
I think what they're going to do is that we're going to get that morbid, dark ending with the infamous snap and shit happening or something. And maybe we don't need to actually see the whole universe get wiped out. We just need to see, like, maybe as soon as he does it, like, there's a blinding flash of light that engulfs all our characters, and then, like, everything fades to black or cuts to black or whatever, and we know the shit just happened. And then in an end credit scene, and everyone's gonna be like, oh fuck, it's over. And then end credit scene is gonna show the Deus Ex Machina come into effect, and we're not gonna see our heroes get revived, but we're gonna see that there is a little bit of hope left. And then it's gonna say the Avengers will return in Infinity Gauntlet. And I'm sure they're going to announce the title of the movie at the end of the next movie at the end of the movie, which we all are pretty sure at this point is the fourth Avengers film is going to be titled Infinity Gauntlet.
I don't know. I mean, I don't, because the Russo brothers have said that the fourth movie title is a spoiler of this movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I don't see how Infinity Gauntlet would be a spoiler.
I don't know. Everyone's just thinking it is because Zoe Saldana has let it slip in an interview, and I don't think they would just change up the title of a movie just because she's let it slip accidentally. Also, because Infinity Gauntlet is the comic where the Avengers come back and beat Thanos after, because the end of the Infinity War comic ends in the infamous snap, which is what everyone thinks it's going to end that way in this movie. And then Infinity Gauntlet is like the comeback where they take him down. So that's why everyone thinks it's going to be called Infinity Gauntlet. And I think it would be fitting. It would suit the movie well to be called Infinity Gauntlet. But we'll see.
But I also don't think that they'll reveal it at the end of this one just to prevent spoilers.
Yeah.
I mean,
the people are assholes.
Yeah, the more anticipation they have in the movies, probably what they're gonna go for, right? The more anticipation for the sequel, as much as possible.
What's that scene that shows Spider-Man trying to climb something? He looks like he's high up in the atmosphere. Like he's almost
it looks like he's flying through like falling wreckage and stuff.
Yeah, and then he takes his mask off at some point. It looks like he's almost in space.
Yeah.
And then but he has his normal suit on.
Mm-hmm.
Or the standard suit.
Yeah.
Like, that he sported most of the time in Homecoming. What's up with that? And then I think whatever's going on there, I guess like he realizes like I can't cut it with this suit with all that's happening, and then Tony Stark is just like, here's the Iron Spider.
Because there's a TV spot where they extend that scene where he's in his suit and he has his mask off and he's like pretty much high up in the atmosphere, and it looks like he faints because he kind of does this whole like falling back thing. So
oh damn.
I don't know what happens after that. I don't know if Iron Man catches him or Iron Man somehow implemented his iron suit into his regular suit.
I think that's a stretch. I wouldn't like it if that's what if his regular suit turns into the iron. I wouldn't like that. That's just weird. They have to be two separate things. I prefer that. That's interesting, but I don't think I would like it. I don't know. I'm super excited for Infinity War. I don't think I got much more to say about it.